what it is, Daniacs. I don't know. It took me so long. I should have done this a couple days ago for this particular one. Might have to break it up into a couple segments here. Chael versus Ariel. I wish I was recording it the first time I watched it because I was just dying laughing the whole way through. There's definitely a prelude going into this because there's a little bit of beef going into this a little bit. So before the show even starts, there's been a little back and forth, so and then right off the bat, fucking Ariel starts off on the wrong foot, and Chael plays along for a minute. Then they beat around the bush a little bit, and then they really get into it. But I love the whole damn thing. I heard some people say they didn't. It was a waste of an hour. To me, it's not a waste if I was dying laughing the whole time, me personally. So, please expect technical difficulties. The phone doesn't have a built-in split screen. Got to have an app, and I can't have the recorder on at the same time.
Although, let us say hello to our old friend Shelby. This is very exciting. I noticed that you've changed the camera angle. You're a little bit tighter.
Starting off, blowing smoke up the ass with nice compliments, knowing full well what he's coming at him with. This is part of why people don't like you, Ariel. I'm just saying. I don't like Ariel. Chael's my dude. But I'm not gonna. I'm just saying, character-wise and all. I only watch Ariel when he's got someone on that I'm interested in. Which he does. A fair amount because he's a big name and people know they're gonna get views when they go on his show. So he gets the guest. I don't watch him all the time. Just his solo shit I can't do. And really, this is some of the only, Chael doesn't do long form stuff all the time. He just does his 10-15 minute videos and then he's out. But so this is some good rare long form. I was loving this shit personally. Let's roll with it.
These days, I thought you were giving us the crappy angle, and I saw you doing other interviews with the better angle, but this is the angle that I've been seeing. I like this upgrade.
Observant. I appreciate that of you. Yes, sets to the studios are important, right? And I appreciate the feedback. You never know if you get it right. You're always looking to improve, so thank you. I think you're the first one to actually notice.
Oh, I noticed. One where you were super close. That was a little too close. New studio, new set. What are we doing? New camera? This is like a very filmy look. What do we got here?
Boring.
Yeah. He's like, shut the fuck up with the small talk, right? Boring. All right, change subject to something fun. Okay, sorry to cut you off there, chill, buddy, but this is Dane's world here. This is the Dane show, so here we go. Fucking
topic. Back to the news. What did you want to talk about, the boxing event? Because that's what I want to get into. Is that the one that we're still talking about?
Okay, so this is what I love so much about it. There were so many haters. There were so many detractors. There were so many critics. There were so many people poo-pooing this event.
Okay, so some prelude is Chael has been the main person keeping Francis's name relevant in the MMA space, and you have to be honest. Because when you're doing pieces like that, so you have to be honest, and he was being honest. He was still doing pieces, putting his name out there, but he was being honest, saying, "Hey, I don't think this is gonna work. It's probably not a good idea." Because I've been watching Chael for years, so he's like, it's like a year later, he's like, well, where are you at, Francis? Where's this big old boxing match we've been hearing about? So Francis just getting this boxing match to begin with is a win. Just getting it, and then even making that happen regardless of the outcome. But then we get the outcome we got. So we're going to be getting into all that.
And as is often the case, you are a thought leader. You're ahead of one of the very few that not only and thought Francis was going to shock the world. You were one of the few that put your reputation on the line and said, this is an incredible stuff.
Okay, see, this is part of why people don't like you, Ariel. You're being sneaky as fuck right here. You're blowing smoke up his ass, saying, hey, we got a clip of you saying nice things about Francis, which if you wanted to, you could put together a very nice clip of Chael here being praiseful of Francis. A much longer clip than what he put together here. But it's just the way you sneak it in there, all weaselly and snake-like there, boy. I'm just saying that might be some of what Chael's talking about. Like I mean, full disclosure, I never liked Ariel to begin with. I mean, but I watch him. Yeah, he definitely has a space in the MMA entertainment community for sure. He's got a big voice, and even though I don't like him, I still watch him. So I mean, what the flying fuck? Let's roll with it.
Incredible business, incredible theater, and he is actually going to do it. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, here's Chael back in July when the fight was announced, celebrating how great this was and putting his reputation on the line, saying that Francis is going to shock the world in this mega event. Take a look at this.
All right, Ariel's setting this shit up. You know, the eat your fucking crow. I don't even get what the fuck that is. I've never heard that before. I mean,
I will stand by this is the most lopsided sporting event. Right? You're taking.
and at the same time, though, I've always been a defender of Francis. And while he's making this comparison right here, I was like, that's apples to oranges. That's I mean, I understand where you have to draw a parable in order to portray parallels and certain things to make certain points, but that right there, and Francis proved it. You know, that performance was amazing, very inspiring. Way to go!
Just so you guys understand, you're taking LeBron, Colby, rest his soul. You're taking the rest of the team. You're taking Phil Jackson. You're taking the great and the Lakers. They're great. And you're putting them against Manning and the Patriots, but you're doing it in football rules. That's exactly what you're doing here. That is ridiculous from a competitive standpoint.
Okay, and I didn't know some of the backstory here. I didn't know that apparently there was some kind of actual physical altercation between Chael and Francis and or his team or something of some such. I don't know. I'm not a nerd. I don't know every little thing about everyone's lives. Chael just mentioned it. I mean, I watched most of Chael's episodes, but I don't sit there and research all the rest of his life that he don't put out there on his episodes. I'm not that kind of nerd. I just tune in. I'm one of the tune guys that bathe in, window sheen and whatnot. So that being said, I've always defended Francis, and I haven't agreed with all of Chael's takes because the whole time I just had this feeling in my heart. I'm like, nah, Francis got this shit. He got this shit, dude.
That is ridiculous. To the point that what I just laid out for you has never even been attempted. It's ridiculous. Well, that's what's happening here. When I call it lopsided, that is exactly what's happening here.
Okay, I have to apologize. I think I had the wrong clip there. That's you actually shitting on the.
Oh, total accident, right, Ariel? So I'm just saying, I'm just pointing some things out here as to the Weasel comments. Ain't got nothing to do with your ethnicity, bruh. It's your character. But I mean, I understand you're in the business of instigating. You're in the fight business, and when you just break it down with Ariel, that's all he is an instigator. And I just think people would have a lot more respect for him if he even went out there and did some kind of amateur, tournaments or something. If people just saw him get punched in the face by someone at some point, I think people would be a lot happier. Drop a like if you agree on that one. But and it doesn't matter who, and make it sanctioned. Just get out there, do some boxing, do some kickboxing, do a little MMA amateur match, but just televise that shit. You get some views, homie.
Event and fight. So maybe I got bad intel. Here you go. Here's the crow, Chael. Here's the crow. I wanted to feed it to you. I'm gonna feed it to the cat.
Here we go with this fucking scene. He had all this set up, feed you your crow, and see, it's like, I agree with your point, but the way you go about it right off the bat, we're not even 3 minutes into this motherfucker, and you come out with this. It's kind of disrespectful. Come eat your trying to like put something in his mouth long range on the screen. It's like, you don't just open your mouth up for men when they say open your mouth. A man comes up to you and say open your mouth, you say fuck you. You don't. And see, Chael's actually being mighty white about it right now. He's just chilling, and he plays along a little bit, just mockingly,
Camera right here, the crow. If you'd like to eat it, here it is, Chael, eating the crow from Saturday. Here it is. Open big, Chael. Here it comes.
Oh, okay. And I know someone just saw that and like that motherfucker just said mighty white. What's he mean by that? And I know you're looking at me and you're like, he looks kind of fair complected, but I'm just a light skin, bruh. I'm half black, I'm half brown, I'm half white. You can call me Mr. Burnt Brownie Cracker. Alright, that's what it is. Let's roll with it.
There it is. Chill. Come on, Chill. We shocked the world. Well, please apologize.
Ariel.
Apologize.
Did we shock him?
Ariel, there will be no apology. You must understand. Let's tell the story.
Damn it. I missed it on the shocker joke, but yeah, like you knew right off the bat, Chael's not going to apologize for shit. I mean, for one, right off the bat. So, but he knew that, and whole thing. This whole thing right here is a work. This whole just to get people talking, and they did, and I know this because Chael didn't make a single video about this. He just ignored it, and that's how you know. He ain't trying to fan this whole issue because that's the only thing that people wanted to hear about more than Francis for this last week. There's people begging him to do a video on this, and he just wouldn't because he knows that's how you continue it, and he doesn't want it continued. So I think this is they're both standing their ground and they're both voicing their opinions, but they're friends, dude. It's not like they're gonna go out there and have a MMA match, even though they probably should. People would watch it.
The way that it happened, this was an incredibly big surprise. Like, this was an incredible performance.
As a selfish fan, they probably should.
By Francis. And if I was to put myself in his shoes or just other things that I've observed, while you talk about you've got thick skin or ice running through your veins, other people can't affect you. You're a human being. Sure that they could get in. I mean, there was nobody that believed that Francis could do well, but that wasn't a joke. I mean, that was Tyson Fury.
Whoa, bro! Don't say no one. I wasn't posting, but I was damn well supporting him. I said he has an awesome chance of winning. No one supporting. I know it's a colloquialism. I know this, and there's all kinds of people going for him, dude. All kinds of people. If there was zero chance that he could win, there would be absolutely no interest, and they could have any motherfucker in there with the top guy in the world. He was in there for a reason because people knows he has a puncher's chance. If anyone in the world's got a puncher's chance, it's Francis, and everyone knows that. And all right, I'm gonna save some points for later because we're only not even 4 minutes into this. I got some other points.
Himself, that was John Fury to hype or build a fight. This was one of those situations where, and I do maintain, this was the biggest mismatch in my lifetime. But Errol, that's what made this one of the great.
I mean, he keeps making this comparison to the Lakers and the Dream Team or whatever, and I just don't get the comparison. Apples to oranges because it's a solo. At least compare it to another solo sport. You can't. Yeah.
Sporting events of my lifetime,
and he ends up going back on that statement later on. He ends up saying, maybe that wasn't the best comparison later. As
I hear people talk about it and come out the backside, there is always a confusion. There's a confusion sometimes where somebody's talking about the competition itself, or they're talking about the spectacle and the night of business, and that is a split decision. I've never.
So Chael has said before that just like when the UFC started, they were bleeding money. When you first start, you plan to lose money, which is the thing with this. They planned on losing money the first couple times. I'm sure they planned on it, but I think the next time Francis fights is going to be a big surprise for everyone pay-per-view wise, now that everyone sees what a threat he is in the heavyweight boxing division. So his next one is going to be a blockbuster, and I think that they plan on it just being a little bit better than the last one. I believe it's going to be way better, but they plan on the first couple being a loss. But they're starting their own shit over there. They absolutely are, and they got the money to, just like when the UFC first started, man, it was what, 30 million in the hole before it started making money. So and when you have an event like that and you have all the best guys from all over the world, when you're turning Adesanya into a fanboy, because of all the badass fighting legends in the room, and you're in there with them, you got something going on. There's something special going on, and it's coming, which is as far as in the sporting and fighting entertainment vector or whatnot. So that's a part of this that I don't think Chael hits on really.
Actually lived through a sporting event. I've heard about it. I heard the Miracle on Ice was like this, but I didn't live through it. Where the buzz and the excitement, the celebration, appreciation, the headlines are more bountiful about the event after the event. And I bring that to you because, and your viewers know this to be true, though they will deny it today, they were not on Friday night having a hard time.
Nah, bro. You speak for yourself, homie. Because I'm not Ariel's viewer. I'm Chael's viewer, and I've been supporting Francis from the start, but he's just speaking generally.
Sleeping with excitement. They did not wake up early high on life because they were thrilled for a sporting event. They were not invited between 3 different parties where people were having them over. They were not at the water cooler.
In all fairness, I don't get invited anyway. They only have one place that they show paid for fights. It's a sporting bar around here. It's where I usually go to, but the last 3 times I went there, they didn't even put the damn UFC on. I'm like, motherfuckers, I just drove an hour to get here. You know, so after driving out there 3 times and they didn't put the damn fights on, it kind of felt like a waste of gas, you know?
Night before and trading around tickets. This, from a business standpoint and the pay-per-view numbers, it bombed. But it did what people thought that it would do.
There's other metrics. It wasn't a total bomb. Sure, the pay-per-view might have bombed, but everyone saw that. I saw that fight. I didn't pay for it. I saw that fight. All kinds of people saw that fight. All kinds of people were amazed at that fight. A lot of people were surprised at that fight. I wasn't surprised. I knew Francis was going to do amazing. I knew he had a really good chance of winning. And at the end of that fight, I won it. And from my understanding, most of the people that saw it live, Francis won it. You know, the people that put the event on were pissed because they knew Francis won it. They're like, no, we got to make sure this scorecard comes in right for our guy, man. We can't have our guy losing value right before he goes into a unification fight type dealio, you know? Business. See, there's some of the business side of it, which is what Ariel's talking about. Ariel, I don't like Ariel, but he's onto something every now and then, man. And he's become his own. I like the rebel in him. Ariel's his own little rebel. I'm down with that. What up?
Wasn't expected to be a great event. It turned out to be wildly competitive, and it was incredible. That's the accurate story. And if you want to heap praise on Francis and Wonderfall contribute, of course I do. I was blown away. By it.
Can you say now, though, in retrospect, and I know hindsight is 2020, that the decision to leave the UFC, the decision to sign with PFL, who allowed him to fight in boxing, to go after the Tyson Fury fight, to have this fight where he had it, on the night that he had it, all these things over the past year that so many people, including yourself, criticized him heavily for, can you now admit that he was right and everyone else was wrong?
No.
Damn it, I didn't hit pause quick enough. You were never going to get Chael to admit he was wrong. All right. Ariel knows this. Ariel is trolling, dude. Ariel's throwing that troll bait out there. And these guys know how to irritate each other. You know, they've worked together for years in multiple different establishments. That's what I'm saying. I think this is overall a work. You know, it's a shoot work. You know, they're shooting. They got some shots fired here. You know, straight from the hip type deal shit. But at the end of the day, they're friends, and they're both fucking instigators, shit stirrers, just and it's work. They've gotten some damn views out of this. Now, see, and that's how I know, you know, Chael's still cool with Ariel because he never went after him. He never made a didn't make a segment about versus Lewis either. There, did you, buddy? But I think he knew that Lewis was gonna lose, and he just didn't want to call it. He's like, it's too depressing to think about. We're just gonna skip that one. All right. Tell him how, Ariel.
But if he said he was, I would. If he came in and said, hey, Ariel, in this amount of time that I've set out, which was almost 2 years, I mean, it was 3 months shy of 2 years, so a year and 9 months. In that amount of time, statistically speaking, I would have had 4 fights within the UFC. Shave one off, I would have had 5 fights. Let's call it 4 with my new participation since I was champion. If I was to...
But it was never about the money for, you know, It was more about the extra amendments, the boxing match. It wasn't even about the final dollar per the fights. He just wanted to get to this goal, and that's something that Chael always talks about. Is, you know, Chael will say have a person, say a person's name, but this is beyond that. This is having a goal, saying the goal's name. You know, and Francis always did. He said, I want to box. I want to box the best heavyweight champion, and I want to beat him, and I want to be the best heavyweight champion. You know, and Francis has the potential to be a simultaneous sitting boxing and MMA champion. You know, he's got so much potential, and his just raw belief in himself, that alone is a superpower, you know? And I think that's something that people recognize, that adds to the inspiring factor of Francis and his story. So roll with it, Chael.
Look at the number in terms of dollars. That would have been larger than what I got against Spirits. One of those things. But if he came out and said, I don't care about the money, it was about competition, it was about proving something and living a dream, then I would fully listen to him.
He did say
I would
that.
always respect somebody.
He did say that. It was about.
And he did. Chael knows he did. He's done pieces saying that. It is funny later on when Ariel starts talking about yesterday's lies. Chael's like, "Oh, you don't want to be getting into yesterday's bullshit and lies now, do we, buddy? Because let's just stick to today. The bullshit on the plate for today. All right."
If he came out and said that it was about competition, which so rare times it is in our sport, sadly, I would love that. I will always put a competitor first. But I'm only pushing back on you for one reason, Ariel, and it's not to put a mirror in front of myself or my resistance to do so. The way that you're speaking is putting out a tone that if other fighters hear, I can do this to get to that.
Well, see, putting out a tone of just defiance and resistance, and I think everyone realizes that Francis is special, you know, and that's not usual rules for everyone. But I think at the same time, the inspiring part behind it is people also realize that, you know, Francis created his own rules. It's like not like anyone extended those rules to him. I'm not saying that no one helped him. He definitely had help. Chael's helped him keep his name valid for the last couple years while he's been out. You know, even doing what might seem like a hit piece on him. You know, it may be a little bit. It might seem like a teardown piece, but it's also saying, "Hey, man, where you at?" And then that kind of fans the supporters out there to be like, "Yo, man, dude, bro." Therein keeping him relevant. Roll with it.
Look, this was a real rare thing. First off, it was not a great night of business. And second off, you had an entity, not a promoter, not a district, nothing unique with our sport. You had an
Okay, so you do have, he's saying an entity, which is just like they got their own deal going on, man, and they got the money to get this shit kicked off. They got the money to take some losses right off the bat. But really, if you look at all the metrics involved, which isn't just pay-per-view is not the all or the most important metric, it's interest. And that fight has drummed up massive interest, so much so that Ngannou is getting, please do fucking Francis versus Deontay. Can we just skip right to that one? Let's just get right to the good shit. Francis versus Deontay, let's go with it.
entity who going into it was willing to lose. So it's a unique spot where did everything get played out and he pulled something off? I would not say anything negative about Francis or what he did. I'm part of the celebration party. But your message that this was a financial win, they're going to do it again. Just look, come on, man, you're not right.
No, well,
We'll see. I mean, everyone knows that Chael is Dana's boy. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that shit. Chael's still Dana's boy. I think there's definitely a level of appreciation there, you know, because Dana was behind giving the platform. I mean, Chael, I think in an alternate universe where Chael did not exist, okay, the MMA, UFC might have collapsed. You know, the pay-per-views might not have been big enough back then. Chael never won a belt, but he gave the belt a lot more meaning, and the way to grab for it and to get grabbing for it gave all that a lot more meaning, which bottom line, kept the sport afloat, which also might have saved the world, because UFC is what pulled the world out of that 2020 bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking 2 weeks last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so without the UFC to kick off the sporting events and pull the world out of that bullshit, we might still be in the bullshit. So, it's very possible Chael saved the free world, depending on how you looked at it.
Financial win for who? For Francis, yes. Let's say he made in the 10 to 20 million range, right, as has been reported. His last fight was 600K.
No.
For who? he's just troll baiting left and right. He's troll baiting. Like, people that don't know, people that are seriously thinking that there's something serious going on here, all they're doing is they're just fluffing the pile, dude. They're just fanning that flame a little bit. They're just getting people talking.
Hold on. Time out. No, you just lied. You just lied.
I did
There's
not.
nobody. You lied.
All right. Very first insult. Okay. Although, Weasel McGee over there was being a little disrespectful right off the bat, this is the first actual full-on insult lie. Okay, so this is what, 7 minutes in. And this lying theme is gonna keep on popping up all throughout the rest of this motherfucker. How far do I got? 26 minutes. Fuck. Only 7 minutes in.
Stop. There's nobody.
All right, I'm gonna take that as I'm only fucking. I gotta get rolling because I can't have this video too big. I guess this is part 1. I'm gonna pick up where I left off right here. Stop. I'm gonna take that as a sign. This is a DarkLight and the BadGuy versus Ariel. You'll always be my dude, Chael, but he brings up some good points. Weasel McGee over there's got some good points every now and then, and I got a little bit of Jew in me too, so it's okay. All right. This is Mr. Burnt Brownie Cracker, Dane DarkLight. Thanks for rolling with me.